recently leaked a behind-the-scenes photo of Meghan Markle's emotional mourning in Texas, accidentally taken by a resident at the scene. The way Meghan mourns the unfortunate victims by staging cameras, using them to fill the contracts agreed with Netflix. Meghan Markle was spotted laying flowers at a makeshift memorial for the 19 students and 2 teachers slain in the school shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. The Duchess of Sussex sported a simple white shirt and jeans paired up with trainers and a blue hat pulled down on her face. Her personal visit to the shooting site sparked questions, with Daily Express Royal Roundup host Pandora Forsyth noting Meghan would have been under scrutiny for her reaction to the horrific event regardless of whether she visited Texas. Speaking to GB News, Ms. Forsyth said, "That was a personal visit. In the case of Meghan, she's damned if she does, and damned if she doesn't." Host Ann Robinson however cut in to point out that she took a camera crew with her. Ms. Forsyth explained, "Well, wherever she goes, she will be followed by cameras. I don't actually think she needs to take a camera crew with her because she knows that there'll be cameras around her anyway. It's a case that if she didn't, people would say, 'Oh, why hasn't she?'" But Ms. Robinson argued the Duchess of Sussex did not have to play any role in the shooting response as she is no longer a representative of the royal family or any such institution. She said, "They wouldn't, would they? Because she doesn't have a role in this. If it happened in Britain, God forbid, we would expect a senior royal to." Ms. Forsyth however pointed out, "I will say that we did see with the Sarah Everard case the Duchess of Cambridge went. Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge was photographed walking towards a memorial in honor of Sarah Everard at Clapham Common in March last year. The Duchess was dressed casually and appeared unaccompanied bar for the presence of a female security officer walking alongside her. The GB News presenter insisted Kate had not advertised her presence despite it being justified by her prominent position within the royal family. Ms. Robinson added, "She has a role to play. We would expect a senior royal to go. Whereas Meghan went to have her picture taken, is what a lot of people are saying." Ms. Forsyth reiterated her assessment that Meghan Markle would have faced scrutiny regardless of her decision to visit or not Texas. She said, "It's very much a case where if she doesn't, they'll say why didn't you? And if she did, they'd say why are you doing this?" In addition to laying flower at the memorial, the Duchess of Sussex also mingled with the local community as she donated blood. A volunteer working at Uvalde's community center said, "She did not want anybody to know who she was." And another added, "I had no idea who she was. She just was carrying on a conversation like her and I knew each other for years. We were just talking about, the situation and what happened, what we were doing here. I told her about us giving out water to the people and feeding them." Besides, Talk TV's Mike Graham spoke to royal biographer Angela Levin about pictures showing Meghan Markle placing flowers at a memorial site for the 19 young students and 2 teachers who were murdered by a gunman on Tuesday in Uvalde, Texas. Mike commented, "If she wanted to make a statement about what had happened, she could have quite easily made a charitable donation. She could have sent a bunch of flowers instead of bringing them personally to put down there. She could have done it any number of different ways, but being photographed doing it clearly shows that she's doing it for publicity." She said she wanted to go incognito with, "I think, a cap," Angel replied. "And she went to a place very close by so she put her mask on, but she was surrounded by people there. And people aren't daft, they could see she was there, but to send it to the media, that's the key, isn't it?" The journalist continued, "She could have gone there, she could have had a photographer who wanted to take a picture for herself, because it was meaningful. But actually to then release it, it becomes all about her, as usual. That is the thing, isn't it?" Mike agreed before Angela continued her rant against Meghan. "I thought it was. For somebody who talks a lot about compassion, I thought it was just terrible," she remarked. "And I've heard today that the parents are shocked by what she's done, taking photographs of her with their children, looking a wreck. Calling out Meghan's appearance," she went on, "I mean, I don't think you need to go looking dolled up, but actually to go along with jeans and a white t-shirt, it doesn't look very sophisticated. When she went around the memorial ground for soldiers a couple of years ago, she dressed decently. But this time, I don't know what's in her head that she can't actually take anything beyond herself." "No," Mike added. "Well, I think I would have had more sympathy, Angela, if it was somewhere nearby where she lived. Clearly if it happened in her community, that's a very different thing. But she's had to get on a flight, she's had to get in a car, she's had to fly there, had to get another car, she's had to get out of the car, she's had to make sure that the people were taking her picture, she's had to buy the flowers. I mean, she's gone to quite a lot of trouble to prove that she's full of compassion. Yes, 1,400 miles she had to fly, a very, very long journey, Angela chimed. And also the other thing is a grieving mother trying to understand other people's grief, which she obviously can't seem to do, is to take a whole load of bodyguards. That's also very strange.